Let you know when.
Yeah, absolutely. We're about ready to go. Sign it.
Ready to go? Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, call this meeting to order. The City of Clinton Design and Review Board for Thursday, August 20th. First order of business is approval of minutes from July 16th, 2026. I know all of you have been sent this. Just need a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Second. All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. Any old business, Mr. Phil?
No, sir.
Old business, new business in front of us. Unfortunately, we do not have a quorum. I know we've got two gentlemen. I don't want to waste their time. Have an opportunity to come up and address the board. I know we've got 3 applications in front of us, one for 209 Musgrove Street. Either one of you two gentlemen are representing that? You are?
No, I'm 322 West Main.
Okay. We'll consider listening to, I think Mr. Potts. Am I right in saying that, or is that your name, sir?
My name.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Potts does our permitting for me. My name is Bill Hugg.
Bill Hugg. Well, Bill, would you like to come up and speak on behalf of this sign?
I can.
Okay, absolutely, please.
I don't know exactly what I need to say.
That's okay. And your name is again, sir?
Bill Hugg, H-U-G-G.
Bill Hugg. All right, Mr. Bill. In front of us, we've got the tax map number is 90112030001, and is the permit for rebranding of the Amico sign at 322 West Main Street. I think according to staff, the only issue would be traditional colors, a little bit outside the wheel, but we can make a variance for that. But I think we get back to the internally illuminated signs, that becomes the issue there. But Mr. Hugg, would you like to speak on behalf of this application?
Well, I know what was there originally was a Sitco.
Yes, sir.
May I interrupt and suggest you move to the
I
middle
hadn't been there at night, but I think
with his
that
microphone?
fascia was not lit. Only the Sitco sign, I think, was probably lighted. But on these, the Amico specs, if we go full Amico, then
Mr. Chairman, could I
Yeah.
suggest he move to the middle?
So we can hear you better in the
Yeah.
microphone.
I didn't know that. It's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Continue, Mr. Bill.
Okay. The, again, the Sitco was not lighted.
Yes,
And
sir.
I think I understand this is historical district or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Amico typically, if we go the full Amico specs, the fascia is lighted. I mean, you can't see this, but the blue and the red
Mm-hmm.
and is all lighted
Yes, sir.
on 3 sides of that canopy.
Yes, sir.
And the Amico sign is, the letters are lighted as well.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we're proposing to put up to convert that Sitco to a full spec Amico. If we can't do that, then we can go back to Amico and, you know, if you'll allow us to put it up unlighted, but let us light up the Amico letters,
Mm-hmm.
you know, give us some kind of
Some
help
variance
that
with
way.
that, yeah.
But we'd like to light the whole thing up if we can.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Uh,
Ms. Sykes, do you have any questions for Mr. Bill?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Metters? The reason why I'm doing this
Yeah,
is to try to get you some feedback.
right.
Unfortunately, we don't have a quorum here at our meeting tonight, and we won't be able to vote on passing the application or not, but I do think that a little bit of pre-work, am I correct in saying that, Mr. Phil? in order to help educate the board on exactly what you're asking for and how we can help y'all.
Yeah, I think Phil, you're the one who
That's
texted, I emailed Gary Potts back and forth.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, and I think you were suggesting somebody be here,
Yes, sir.
and that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just missing my grandson's football game.
Oh no, we gotta get you out of here.
He's got a broken leg.
Oh no.
Mr. Chairman, I believe, I think that certainly the amicus sign itself could be lit, but I think that entire, I'm not sure what to call it, bar,
The facing. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
might be a lot of illumination.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I think there was a mention of a particular color, red and blue, not on the approved color wheel, but I think that's certainly part of their logo.
Yeah, I think it's part of Amico's national branding, I would
Right.
imagine.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
that's
Yeah.
something I think that we could probably work with and work around, but
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come down to the internal lighting, what we'd be willing to allow at that spot. And like I say, when we get a full board, we'll be able to discuss it further and be able to come up with a determination, but,
Will that be another 30 days?
Yes. It
Just
will.
so I can go back and tell my folks.
yes, sir.
Unless we have a special meeting, that'd be the only.
Unless we could call a special meeting, which we may could do that.
That's the
Um,
corners.
That'll be up to the city, but, I'll certainly make recommendations to the city that we do that in order not to delay anymore.
I know
So you have information that you need moving forward, but,
Overlay district.
I just want to be able to have some feedback on exactly, you know, where we're at and
If
staff
for some reason
recommendations.
we can't have it all lighted, you know, maybe you could put it in our email or something like that.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
can send it back to Amico and
Yeah,
tell
absolutely.
them this is the
Yeah.
reason we can't do it.
Because I know you guys have responsibilities back to corporate and that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and I totally understand that.
Right.
And I think all of us are willing to work with y'all and to be able to, I
Yeah.
think we can come up with, I think we can come up with a solution, I do.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I appreciate you being here tonight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hope your grandson heals well.
Thank you.
Okay. The next agenda item is consideration of 209 West Main Street.
Paint colors.
Yeah, and I think the issue is color. Are you Mr. Bernacco?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
This is at your.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, thank you. I brought this just in case I needed to show it. So-
And I apologize, we don't have a quorum tonight, so we can't make a determination on this, but I think it'd be good for y'all to get some feedback on where we would be as a board. And I think what you are, you're talking about utilizing colors for the structure, color being the issue before the board. And I know you mentioned something about it being rockwood red and avocado, which I think you've got in front of you there.
And it wouldn't be, and I'm sorry, excuse me,
No,
it wouldn't be and, of course, it would be one color.
Or, I got you, I
But,
got you. Yeah.
and maybe this is what I'm hoping for
Yes, sir.
is to get, although given that there's not a quorum, this may go differently, but
Yeah,
I was hoping to get feedback on both of those colors.
yes, sir.
Because we have not made a final decision yet.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And there's a myriad of reasons that I can share, but I don't want to waste your time.
Well, one thing I want to give credit to your group, because y'all done a great job of communicating on the front end and been a good partner with the city and trying to work from this thing literally from the ground up. And I know the design review board want to walk hand in hand with you guys on this and we can have something that we can all be proud of, and appreciate all the work that you guys have done. I noticed the progress that you guys are making, and I know you guys have worked really, really hard. So I'll get some feedback and some discussion from board members that are here, Mr. Bonaco. Ms. Slice, any discussion?
I do have, I think, two thoughts. I'm curious about the brickwork. Some of it's white. I don't know if that's white paint that's been removed, or how will you treat that?
So, it's a great question. And there are some, trying to think of how to put this. I would like to, I feel like a building's history sort of tells a story. So, you know, I personally would like to leave it as it is. Ultimately, that is not my final decision. It's the building owner's final decision. I do, trying to sort of speak correctly here, but I certainly have things that I would like to see in the finished product. And preserving that building's history is one of those things.
Right.
And sometimes when change is suggested, my strategy has been to delay changing any of those things that I feel like might be historical. So it has been suggested that that white be washed. I would, again, prefer that it not be, but I'm a final decision for me. So of course, if we decided to do something like that, I would,
Absolutely.
come back before you.
Yeah.
But my delay tactics have worked thus far for things, because the ghost sign is another thing I'm sort of delaying on.
Right.
I don't want to touch. I want it to just stay exactly as it is.
Sure.
So yes, and in that color selection, that is something that I am considering. Right. If a decision were to be made for it to go one way versus another, what would be the best color that could fit in either scenario?
Right.
Of course, also selfishly, that red is sort of an unofficial brand color, if you will.
Right.
So that has its own appeal.
Yeah.
So you kind of see, not to just sit here and waffle.
No,
I
understand.
sort of looking at a couple of different avenues, and we're
Yeah.
trying to make the best selection, for what the final.
And I think the issue that's in front of the board right now is really the color choice, not anything else about
Correct.
the building.
That's right.
That's what you're here to talk about, correct?
That's correct. That's right.
Ms. Slice, do you have any
I was-
questions or discussion about the color
I was
choice?
thinking of how the brick would work with the color, so.
Sure. No, and of course, and
Right.
that is something that we.
Sure.
Yes, we are
Right.
considering the same
Right.
things as well.
I love avocado.
Yes. So and again, not to waste everybody's time, but we've certainly done lots of polling and talking
Sure,
with lots
absolutely.
of folks, and I've just 50-50 is pretty tough.
Yeah.
And I literally have. It's
Right.
like I really can't stand green. I don't know
Yeah.
why that's attractive. And
Yeah.
the exact opposite.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
that red is just it's
Right.
boring and it falls
Right.
into. So this is sort of the predicament that we're in. And at the end of the day, I can certainly be happy with either one. So I mean, I think they're both workable.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Ms. Slice, any further discussion? Mr. Metters, any further discussion on the colors?
I do. So we've got Rockwood Red and Avocado. Where are those colors coming from? Are they a Sherwin-Williams color?
They are. They're both in the. They're
And-
both in the palette, in the historical palette that y'all have set as the colors to pick from.
Okay, so we've got two pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The avocado in the upper picture is, I think it's much more lit. So it's a lighter, more like a sage, as opposed to the lower picture where it looks much darker. Which is it?
Well, I think
Great
that's the
question.
shadows.
It's probably.
I think it's shadows.
It is
But-
the shadows of the picture.
And if I were going to guess, especially from a camera perspective, there's probably some computer brains at work here. So you've got corrugated metal that casts half a shadow and half in the sun, right? So
Sure.
the camera's probably just doing camera things, trying to make it look however. Although I would say that given that it is there, you know, y'all can see it and,
Yeah.
and
Absolutely.
sort of, you know, give an opinion in real life,
Yeah.
as well, so.
Yeah. Any more
The
discussion?
lower picture just looks so dark.
It does. I think we get a little bit better actual look at
At
what
the
they would
upper
be at
pic-
the
yeah.
upper picture and the light. Yeah.
No, since we don't have a quorum, I really don't have any other question.
My feedback to you, Mr. Monaco, is I like either color. I think either one, you know, personal preference would be the Rockwood red. I think it would match a little bit better with downtown, and plus with your other locations. I think, you know, you have a little brand recognition there too, but that's just my personal opinion. I would imagine a lot of the other people on the board would feel the same way. But I certainly appreciate your work. I appreciate you communicating with us and walking hand in hand with this project, and certainly wish you luck. And like I say, Mr. Phil will be in contact as soon as we get a decision on this. But I'm good with either one. I don't think it's going to be an issue to be able to work with you and, like I say, walk hand in hand with you guys on this project.
So, if I can ask.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know the right way to ask it, but
It's okay.
you know, we do have some time constraints, and one of those is
Yeah.
those windows that you see, of course, are open.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be excited when they get to it, but there's 90 panes and 720 stops, which is going to be really neat to watch these guys drill and tap each
Wow.
single one of these as we get the windows in.
Yeah.
But I need to paint those frames,
Yeah.
and I need to have that coated in some fashion.
Absolutely.
Now, at the end of it, of course, if or what I'm proposing or what I'm asking is,
Right.
if we choose a color,
Yeah.
and it is determined that you don't want that color, you would rather have another, I would be more than happy to change it.
No.
Um,
Well, that I believe that would be unfair to you. I think that the board has to make a clear decision moving forward to be able to help guide you as you guys make your plans, as you guys are making progress through this project. And we'll get with Phil and we'll come up with something to try to get you something in a timely manner here to not delay things anymore.
Can I interject? You said both of these colors are on our palette?
yes, sir.
Then I don't really see that he's got to have board approval if they're on the approved palette.
Well, I think you make a good point, Mr. Mitch. Phil, do you want to weigh in on that?
I would, I appreciate that the applicant is keeping to our palette. I would, if it was up to me, I would probably bring a lot of these things to you, just so that the individual can get your input. But there may be multiple colors on here that may not blend together well, and they may want to get your input on that. I would be hesitant to say you can use any color that's on this color palette,
Yeah.
and they choose 12 of the colors.
Right.
And it may work, it may
Yeah.
not, but I don't want to be the one that says it's
Yeah.
okay, you know?
Yeah, and I think, Ms. Bonnigo, what you're talking about is it's one or the other here
Correct.
in this particular situation.
Correct. That's correct.
But I would feel better with a full board and a quorum to be able to go ahead and make the decision and make it official. And but like I said, we'll try to get this board together here in the relative near future, and so it's not to delay your progress anymore.
And Mr.
Appreciate
Chairman, I have one other question. The doorway that has no door visible, what color might that be? And to me, what you're talking about with those windows is a trim color almost. that
Well, yes, so originally they were black, so we would be keeping them, to their, original color, I suppose, if you would. So an example would be in the back, there are similar bay doors. They're very sort of chipped and flecked, and we'll paint them black, basically the same color that they were, but not all chipped and busted and flecked sort of thing. So that door was originally going to be a hollow steel door. We did change it to a storefront door. So it's going to be glass with just black trim to again sort of make it a little more appealing, not so much
Sure.
like a movie exit
Absolutely.
door, but like you can look in there sort of thing.
It's looks very nice.
Well, Mr. Bonico, I certainly appreciate your time. Appreciate you coming here tonight, and we'll get an answer to you as soon as we get this board back together here as soon as possible. And certainly appreciate your efforts and appreciate your communication with the city and this board.
I appreciate it. And I hope to see y'all not in the not too distant future, because I'll be probably asking for lots more things.
Absolutely, that's great. Please come back. We're excited about this project and have been since the beginning.
Awesome. We are
Appreciate
too.
everybody with your company. But Ms. Phil, anything else you want to add to this?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
Ms. Bonico, thank you.
Thank y'all. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Okay, next agenda item is other items, which is discussion of proposed update to downtown design standards. Would you like to?
Well, before we do that, we need to talk about 209 Musgrove, if there's anything you want to discuss about that one.
Correct.
I do have an update on it. We did talk about this, generally at our last meeting. It wasn't, specifically on the agenda, but, the applicant was asking for an opinion from the board. They have now come back and said that they would like to get a variance on the size. That this is their sign that they would like to utilize. I think last time you were okay with the colors, and so I let him know that the colors, if it were to be brought back as an example, that you would be okay with the location, placement, and color. The question was the size, and he then said that he would want to maintain that size, which again is at 14 square feet. The city standard is 8 square feet.
It's big.
I did note on there that if this individual were to just place the sign directly onto the wall, like a attached sign, like you see on a number of businesses, you have up to 20 square feet. So if this is his primary sign, and he doesn't intend to have a wall-mounted sign directly to the structure, then would a variance to increase the size be all right in this situation?
So will it be sticking out of the wall?
Yes.
Like,
So as you walk down the sidewalk, you see the sign from
Yes.
either
It will-
direction.
It's called a projecting sign.
Yeah.
It projects over the sidewalk,
mhm.
and it will be attached to the structure at the top and the bottom of the sign.
That's a big sign.
Do we know how much it weighs?
No.
Okay.
I would doubt very much.
So really, we're talking about a 6-foot variance on what is allowable according to our standards
6 square feet.
as of right now. We're at 6 square feet. All right, any discussion on that, Ms. Slice?
Well, I should have waited, but I would be interested in how much it weighs, because at some point, we would be concerned about safety, I would. And in high wind, would that become a sail, and what damage that might do. So I think that's always a consideration. I think that's still large, and would hope that it could be small, somewhat smaller. But I guess that entire brick area to the right of the doorway that we are seeing is available to that particular owner. That's part of their facade.
But
Everything
He's
to-
going here.
To
Yeah.
the building line, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's within that same color brick.
Right.
Yep.
I would have concerns about the sign still, size.
Mr. Meadows, do you have any discussion?
I think I would be okay with the size of the sign if we put the stipulation in there that he could not add other signage.
Yeah, I don't have a strong feeling either way with the size of the sign. I know if that's his primary signage, I know he's trying to get as much exposure as he possibly can with it, and I get that. I would think that would be something that Mike could be able to work with him. Wonder what the other board members, how they weighed in on it, but that would be a concern, absolutely,
Okay.
the size of it. Yeah. Any other discussion on 209 Musgrove Street? We got a lot of work in front of us.
Yes, and I'll let the applicants know of the feedback that we've received so far tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Next agenda item is other items, a discussion of proposed update to the downtown design standards. Mr. Phil.
With not having a quorum in place, we probably need to just table this to our next meeting.
Yeah.
We talked about it last time a little bit and just said that it'd be best to have a more full body before we discuss it any further. But if you have items that have come up, and these are good examples, real world examples that we can put in place and say, how would we handle those with the new design guidelines?
Right.
So I think it's not necessarily a bad thing that we're holding off on some of these because we can still tweak it. So I would just recommend we table that to next time.
Okay. All right. Next agenda item is planning director's report and recommendations. Do you have anything?
I do. I have two items. The first is we have received an application from Anytime Fitness, and I believe that is also in front of you. Based on the decision at the July 16th meeting, the applicant has come back with a revised design. It meets the size requirements, it meets the color that you decided on last time, and it is a backlit sign, which they call a halo sign. So the individual letters are, as they say, individualized letters that are backlit with lighting. So that's what they are providing back to you.
Instead of internally lit, they're backlit.
Correct. That's right. So it does meet our standard of having a backlit sign. So if you have any comments on this, it does meet all the standards, so I would recommend you go ahead and move forward with that and issue the building permit.
Yeah. Ms. Slice, do you have any discussion on that?
I do not. I think, other than that certainly is much more agreeable, I would ask the question about the date on the certificate would need to be updated, but then again, can we even act tonight on this without a quorum? So,
We cannot.
yeah.
Mr. Metters, do you have any discussion on that?
No. That was our only concern with their
Yeah.
sign was internally lit.
Gotcha. Well, we'll table that like we have these others, but I think we've made some momentum there to be able to help them so they can get their sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second item is I've talked with our inspector and wanted to let you know that as of this week, for Thornwell Street, they've issued certified letters to the property owners, and staff has spoken with the property owners about the issues there. And with two of the downtown businesses that we've identified, the inspector and the city manager are working on these two violations, so they are moving forward.
With Thornwell Street?
Yes, and I'll keep you updated on where those are.
Good. That's a good update right there. Anything else, Mr. Phil?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chairperson's report and recommendations, I have none. Again, like I said, I think we've got some work in front of us. We probably need to try to find a time here in the next little bit. I don't think we can wait 30 days. I think it's something that we got to probably try to find a time to be able to have a quorum and reach back out. So put your thoughts together there, Phil, as far as so we can help these applicants get decisions so they can move forward with their projects. That'd be my only request. Ms. Slice, do you have any reports or recommendations?
I do not. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Metters, any reports or recommendations?
No, I agree with you on the timing for our next meeting.
Yes, sir.
If we stick to the third Thursday, that's September 17th, and I know I'm not available then.
Yeah. I think we got to do something before then.
Well, you've got Labor Day holiday in there too, which
Yeah.
is on a Monday, but it skews your work week.
Yeah, today's the 20th, so we got 10 days left in the month, and you know, like I said, I don't want to inconvenience these folks when, you know, they put their applications in good faith, and I think we gotta uphold our end.
Phil, if we were able to have a meeting in 2 weeks on the 3rd, would we be able to just cancel the meeting later in the month?
You could.
That may be an option.
Yeah, possibly.
Well, Phil, just communicate with us and see
Okay.
if we can't get something done, make it easier on these applicants.
Okay, great. Will do.
Okay, hearing no more discussion, motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second,
That's it.
Ms. Ice, all in favor say aye. Aye. And this meeting is adjourned.